She's at a place in her life where peace is a priority and negativity cannot exist. She's no longer matching energy. She's simply removing herself from any situation that doesn't vibrate her soul. So if you start moving funny, she's moving on.
What's up, my Fina love? Sisters Fina D coming to you all from Fina Team and News.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
Guys, it's your girl, the original housewife. Yes, the one who started it all, Miss NeNe Leakes. And today, I'm sitting down with none other than Carlos King. Okay, our #1 showrunner. Okay, he's worked with all of us girls. He know all of us in and out. And that's why the show was so amazing. I hope you'll tune into this interview. You don't want to miss this. Oh, and I got to make a disclaimer for all the girls. Don't take anything personal. I'm just only speaking from my heart. I love you all the same. Bye, bitches. See you soon.
I walk, bitch.
Oh, my dress is just so short up here.
Oh, yes.
NeNe Leakes. What's going on? Uh-oh.
What up, Raindrops? Today, yes, the most anticipated guest of the year. I got the queen of reality television and the #1 greatest housewife of all time. Of course, I'm talking about Lenithia Monique Johnson Leakes, once removed. Give it up for NeNe Leakes.
Hi, guys. Mwah.
Based on those videos at the beginning, most of you are aware at this point that NeNe Leakes did an interview with Carlos King, former producer of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But one of the hottest topic of that interview, of course, her mentioning the moment, Kenya Moore. So if you missed that video, please click the very first link in the description below. The second link right below that will take you to my members only. Click that link and subscribe. Thank you all for your love and support. I also posted a video of NeNe talking about dating her married ex. I posted about Cynthia Bailey, and now we're going to close out part 1 of her interview with what she had to say about Sheree Whitfield and Sheree clapping back. All of this started when Carlos decided to give NeNe team a compliment, okay, that her team was on point and all of that. Then she mentioned that some people from her team works with Drew Sidora from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? And she said she liked Drew, she's met Drew. She brought up not watching season 15, okay? So she started a whole conversation about not watching the show. And so Carlos then said, well, did you watch 14, 13, 12? And she said, okay, to be honest, I watched the clips that come down social media, but to turn my TV on and actually watch it, that's not something I'm going to do, because as far as I am concerned, they are all sitting in my house, the house that I built. And then she ended that statement by saying, and it seems like it's tumbling down, okay? Now she went in on Sheree. We're going to get to that. But because she kept saying my house and the house that I built, and Carlos King also gave her props, so then Sheree posted this right here. Our house. And go ahead and read the rest. NeNe responded, let's not forget Andy Cohen told ya this is the house that NeNe Leakes built. Remember? He posted it on Twitter. Go Google it. Sheree was never there long enough. Oh, and I referred Sheree to be on the show. Okay, bye. Basically, I'm the reason why you got that call. I put this cast together. So if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have even been a housewife. And this is the tweet that NeNe is referring to. She tweeted, RHOA is my baby. I started this franchise, shot the pilot, and waited for it to be shot. There's never been a season where Bravo TV or Andy didn't ask me back. I honestly needed a mental break. RHOA is the house that NeNe built, was Andy's response, okay? Tweets like this contributed to her demise. They have always asked you back, you needed a break. Then when Kenya Moore said they were phasing you out, you hopped on Twitter, she's a liar, and that basically you negotiated all of your episodes that you've been paid every dime, and you told Eddie Cohen thank you. And then when your fans thought you were being treated unfairly and that you deserve more than just that one spin-off for your wedding to Greg when you remarried him, then you hopped on video and basically said this.
I've not been offered a show of my own. If you're speaking of me and my family, which we have a lot of excitement over here, I don't know. I think me not having my own show has been due to certain people not wanting me to have a show. I have been offered spinoffs before, so I don't need anybody to teach me how to get a spinoff. I know how to get a spinoff. I've been doing spinoff and scripted shows in Broadway before a lot of you have. I think I have not been offered a show of my own. If you're speaking of me and my family, which we have a lot of excitement over here, I have been offered spinoffs before. So I don't need anybody to teach me how to get a spinoff. I know how to get a spinoff. I've been doing spinoff and scripted shows in Broadway before a lot of you have.
Now, NeNe said that certain people did not want her to have her own show and spin-off, and that she and her family were exciting, okay?
I think I have not been offered a show of my own. If you're speaking of me and my family, which we have a lot of excitement over here, I don't know. I think me not having my own show has been due to certain people not wanting me to have a show.
But then, in the same breath, she told Tamar she doesn't want to show her family.
But we also show our family, Tamar. We also show our family in our relationships.
Yeah, you do. You do. And but do you think you could show you think you could have like a NeNe spinoff show and show your whole fam? That's gonna give you
I wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to have a NeNe spinoff show and show my whole family.
Yeah,
that wouldn't work for me. That's not what I want to do.
That's not what I want to do either. I don't want to do that.
I will be exposing my family in ways that I'm not sure that I want to do that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've been doing this for so long. I can handle it. I can take it. I got tough skin. I realize the bloggers are going to say what they want to say. I realize that people are going to make up stories. I get it. I get it now. At first coming into it, I didn't get it, but I get it now. So just fuck with me. But I don't know if I'm going to have you fucking with my kids and my husband.
Yeah.
But the moment Bravo stopped lifting her in glory, her own words.
It's so funny how they lift you up in glory. It's funny how I have all these text messages and emails about you built the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Of course, it's been tweeted by so-and-so before, him, and saying that I built the Real Housewives and all this stuff. And
notice how he tweeted that, followed by your tweet confirming that it was your choice to take a break from the show. Exactly. And then told him thank you when another black woman tried to give you heads up. But your ego and superior complex, as you stated in this caption and on this image on Instagram, had you distracted, clouded your judgment, and blurred your vision from seeing that Bravo and Andy and them were playing right in your face. And the moment they decided to no longer bow down to you, then it was from 2018, they've always asked me back, to now, you started doing videos that it's been going on since 2008.
There's so much stuff happening that you don't even know about. And I will be able to hopefully tell my side of the story and what has been happening to me since 2008. 2008. It's been a very long time. And so some of you guys may be surprised by it when you hear it and if you hear it, okay? Talking about them sharing my contracts and everything. Because me, it's them. We have been cooperative here.
There's, again, lots of opportunities were taken from me. I have tons of emails from 2008 all the way up until recent. And I don't have any problem talking about them, sharing my contracts and everything, because and the things in the emails that when these conversations were started, how these opportunities just disappeared.
Like I said, she contributed to her own demise. The receipts are out there. That doesn't mean she's telling 100% lies on Bravo or Andy. Her pride, ego, and seeking validation from the network led to her demise. And while she's over there talking about the show is tumbling down in ratings, who's actually tumbling down? You, ma'am, because Sheree is still on a very show that you're doing interviews about and fighting to get back on, filing lawsuits and all of that. So I might not be here for Sheree sometimes, but when you think about it, Sheree is still on the show and you're not. And when Carlos asks her, how does she feel about Sheree still being on the show? She said, well, I don't feel any way because Sheree is the only one, okay, that is available to be on the show right now. What she meant, I'm summarizing. What she meant by that is, if I didn't file a lawsuit against Bravo, if Bravo and I were not in this situation and they put me next to Sheree, who do you honestly think Bravo is going to pick? Of course it's going to be me. So if I was available and I had no issues with Bravo, of course they would have picked me and I would still be on the show. Even though Lisa and the other girls, they do not have a peach, they were on the show, even if it was for a few seconds. Hopefully, Carlos will do better in part 2. Because I know that nightcap with Carlos King, almost like Watch What Happens Live, I heard allegedly he was the one who pitched that idea to the network, and then the network took his idea and made Andy the host and ran with it. So Carlos' show was on OWN Network, okay? Season 1 ended, no word yet on season 2. This reunion even made it to People magazine. Now, I am aware that what he does on YouTube, Reality with the King, is not the same as what he was doing on OWN Network. Many it's the same concept, but one is on network television and one is on YouTube. And NeNe was suggesting that his own thing that he have going on YouTube, he should have more in-person interviews like he did with her, because normally his interviews are from his closet. So I understand that. But it's when she continued to say how she's her and trash the other girls from the show when it comes to interviewing. And that's when he should have been like, you know what? I know it's different, but I actually had the other girls on OWN, network television. They were not just on YouTube. So you might want to relax a little bit while you try to basically trash Sheree and the rest of the girls. No one is taking NeNe impact away from her, not even Sheree. They're just saying, as we acknowledge your impact, also give credit to the people who contributed to that impact, because without them, there would have been no NeNe Leakes impact. And the first example I'm going to give on that is this conversation right here that Carlos brought up from season 1. Carlos said that he knew the Real Housewives of Atlanta was a hit when Sheree left NeNe Leakes off her birthday party guest list. NeNe was trying to get into the party. She was rejected because Sheree intentionally left her name off the list. NeNe got upset and she let Sheree have it. And because of that episode and that scene was so explosive, that made NeNe breakout star, okay? And then Carla said, Sheree came on my podcast and she admitted that she intentionally left you off the list. NeNe said, I knew she did, but thank God she did. because that made me a star. Why would you want to leave me off the list? Why? When it's clear that without me, there's no you. Sheree writing Our House and mentioning the cast is exactly my point. If Sheree didn't leave you off the list and you did not have Sheree to scream at for you to then become the breakout star, that moment would not have happened. So you do need your cast and people to feed off her and bounce off of her show to be successful. That's all Sheree is saying. Sheree is not taking NeNe title, crown, whatever she wants away from her. She's just simply saying, as you receive your flowers, don't forget about the cast that also help you get to that moment. Sheree says she and NeNe were not on good terms. And she understands that they were filming a show, but this is her home. This is where she lay her head. This is where she and her family lay their heads. She wasn't about to allow a woman that she had issues with to come in her home, her sanctuary, where she lay her head with her family. Show or no show, she's not coming in my home because I don't rock with her like that. And that's why she intentionally left NeNe off the list. I understand that explanation, but producers did that too. Okay, Sheree did admit that sometimes producers did tell them what to do. Producers did that, okay? Leave NeNe off the list so that we can have a moment. We need drama. We need something. We need a spark. It's a brand new show. Leave her off the list. She's going to get mad, and that's exactly what she did. But my point is, without Sheree being there for NeNe to scream at, go in on and all of that, that moment would not have happened. For example, let's just say, you're watching a football game and, a team win the Super Bowl and the quarterback did amazing and he led his team to the Super Bowl, and then he's being interviewed and they're like, oh my gosh, you did good. You led a team. And he responds with, it was a team effort. Thank you. But those guys out there, they did their thing. And he's just talking about his guys. He knows he's good. He knows he's everything. However, he's saying, my guys, my guys. So no one is saying don't accept the compliments and don't elevate yourself and call yourself the queen and my house and all of that. But then don't forget to acknowledge that without the people, there would be no house. Without the foundation and the people around you, there would be no house. Without people to argue with, fight with, and the list goes on, there will be no house. Now, when you walk around with that type of attitude, then nobody wants to work with you, okay? And that's the reason why you're no longer on the show, because your ego and all of that went to your head and it got too much. Thinking you can close your computer and walk off a reunion set. What? Who do you think you are? You know what I'm saying? Do you know how many reunions was Kenya Moore against everybody? She even got physically assaulted. She did not leave. Now, walking up and going backstage to collect yourself and get yourself back together is one thing. I'm talking about completely leaving, not coming back, walking off set when it comes to filming certain episodes, disappearing, then walking off a reunion. Exactly. So like I said earlier, she contributed to her own demise. Sheree said that she was following her own reality, and because she wasn't getting along with NeNe, and producers insisted for her to invite NeNe in her home, her sanctuary, she wasn't going to do it because she and NeNe were not getting along. And NeNe responded, well, it's good that she's following her own reality, which hasn't gotten her too far. Carlos then asked her if she liked Sheree, and she just said that, there's something going on where they just don't click. And it's been happening for a few years, but it's not that she doesn't like her, but they just, don't click. I mean, NeNe was on Instagram Live laughing with the woman that she screamed at, called racist and all of that. She was on Instagram Live with that woman. So my point is, if you can forgive Kim based on your history, you can also do the same for Sheree. I don't even think Sheree wants to be NeNe's friend. Girl, let it go. That was the same Instagram Live she sat on and laughing and entertaining Kim, coming for Kenya Moore, even though Kenya was the one who stood by her during that reunion and defended her against Kim. That's NeNe for you. It is never uplift black women and none of that until it's beneficial to her. You saw how she quickly told Andy Cohen, thank you. As long as it meant proving that a black woman was a liar and wrong when that black woman was actually warning her and what she said was the truth. The same woman who tweeted, "Don't be fooled. We have no problems. We as in Kenya." This is all strategic because they are dying to be on this show. Remember, they were at my white party. We were cool at the reunion, and after the reunion, there are certain people name you use and nobody cares, but there are names that catches others' attention. One thing about them tables. Exactly. Now who's dying to be back on the show? The show was on a break, so Kenya went and got married, and Bravo got upset when she came back. They suggested cutting her pay and then making her work double. I did not see NeNe advocating for Kenya. Instead, she was on Twitter. For those asking, I was definitely being sarcastic the other day, but my well wishes were pure and from the heart. Bravo, Andy, nor myself should be blamed for someone wanting to be on a reality show and not show their reality. They choose not to let you in their life, now flipping it. This was doing Kenya Moore baby shower when she went on that rant. That's why she wrote, for those asking, I was definitely being sarcastic because she got dragged. Like, why are you bullying and taunting a pregnant woman who's not on the show? There are people who like to be strategic around a premiere. They tend to use others' name for a come up. Trust me, the girls on this season deserves to be here. That person, meaning Kenya Moore, that is not here is because they simply didn't want to show their reality. Okay? So this is NeNe going in. I mean, it was a lot all over Twitter on another black woman who wasn't on the show. But now that she's not on the show, and it's support black women, uplift black women. And when someone tweeted, NeNe, Portia should be standing with you. She retweeted, they scared to lose their checks, but you can't let them get away with discrimination, retaliation, and blacklisting and unequal pay. There's power in numbers. I will start calling everybody out. Oh, so now the black women are not supporting you and won't speak up for you. But when another black woman wasn't on the show, you decided to trash her even more. Girl, bye. It's only uplift black women when it's beneficial to her. And that's the reason why her message isn't going too far, because it's a me, I message and not a us message. I explained that in the Bethany Franco video. For those of you who missed it, you can go through our RHOA playlist to watch that video.
You good with Candy? I never know where I stand with these girls. My name carries weight. I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. So it's that time. So I'm sure you guys will be hearing a lot of stuff. And of course they have to use my name because I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. Just call me NeNe Mayweather. And you understand what I mean. Everybody want to come for the champ. So I'm a champ over here, so they trying to come for me.
I'm making more money. All of you are peasants. Yeah. Because if you had this weed complex when everything was all good, then maybe the people, not just your fans, but the people would have been by your side and backed you up. But you always had this I complex, and right in the same interview is my show. I built it on my back. Me. Okay, just a few more discussion, and I'm going to go ahead and end it. She said that it was NeNe and Kim. They were the stars of the show. Sheree wasn't a star. The network did not value Sheree. She said how, before it was, action, the cameras. She and Sheree were cool. They used to go to football games together. But once Sheree got on the show, she switched up on her, and how she felt like she was the underdog because Sheree and the other girls were doing well financially compared to her. But then again, she became the breakout stars. The girls basically underestimated her and did not think that she could be the star of the show, but she's the star of the show. She also talked about her insecurities, about the reason why she changed things about herself is because the audience pick her apart all the time. And then when she goes and make these changes, then they're like, oh my gosh, she changed. So most of you who watched the interview, You heard all of those parts. And as far as the title, these grown women can do whatever they want with their bodies, their face, whatever. I was just basically using the play on words when Sheree told NeNe years ago to fix her face. That's it. But I do wish the both of them the best. NeNe is delusional, and based on all of the videos I've done on NeNe, I don't need to say anything else about NeNe when it comes to her character. I've said it all. Just go through the RHOA playlist and watch all of my recent content on NeNe. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.